Well, my own appetite for action is enormous. Then again, I have an easier job because I get to observe other people's action with projects. I think that there's an awful lot that we need to do. I do think a lot of that's driven by what governments need to do first, though, because I think the markets are waiting, the markets are observing, but it's pretty hard for any business to put an awful lot, at least in Australia at this stage, an awful lot into hydrogen when there's not necessarily the payback at this point in time. But I get so excited by things like the Inflation Reduction Act, those means of encouraging investment, the investment dollars, the tradability of that. These are the things we need to see, and that will drive the action. And without it, and when it's not just a subsidy question, but a market question, it actually starts to become something where governments aren't having to pick and choose winners and losers. It becomes more of a market process, which I think is really vital. There's different versions of that depending on who's making the case. I keep finding that year on year it comes earlier. So, we'd initially been talking about some kind of medium scale by 2030. I'm now hearing 2025, 2027, and some are talking 2024. But I think the question fundamentally is, but what is it you're exporting? Is it a thermos full, or is it actually a ship full, and of what? And these are some of the things that remain either very closely held, because it's still it's not competitive yet, but it's still, people act as if it was, which is good. What I think is exciting is the way it connects so many different parts of the economy and what it means for us to be doing a good job in a governance sense as well. So it's not just about decarbonisation. I mean, that's enough, but it's not just about that. With the conversations that we've all been having in this last year in particular, and talking about national security and energy security and economic security, recognising the role that hydrogen plays to support renewable electricity as that long-term, storable, transportable green molecule that will then help actually support us to getting through the whole energy transition, and to do so in a way that promotes diversity in people's energy use, and then can help support us all through future scenarios where there may again be hostile nations seeking to hold people hostage on the basis of access to energy. In a world where we are all using renewable electricity insofar as we can, and then there are multiple ways of transporting molecules like hydrogen, and by like I mean ammonia and the other derivatives, then we've started to take that power that some countries would have over others on energy away, and that can only be a good thing. I think the importance, it's actually less about the plenaries, it's less about hearing everyone say the things which most of us in the industry know to be true. It is in the side meetings, it's in the catching up with people face to face, the swapping of business cards, and all the activity that is happening, I guess, beneath the surface, because that's where I hope the deals are being done.